The AG has made a lot of headlines the past few weeks, so we asked him about his decision to drop charges against State Rep Terry O'Donnell, calling for a new trial for Richard Glossip, and his thoughts on recent actions taken by the State Board of Education. Let's dive right into a recent action by your office, dropping the charges against State Rep Terry O'Donnell. Where did that review of the case begin?
So when I took office, there were many matters that had been deferred to Oklahoma County because the Attorney General's office would not or could not or were not given permission by the governor to prosecute, and that was inappropriate. So I've taken those back steadfastly. And
State Rep Terry O'Donnell had been facing criminal charges for drafting and passing legislation that would have allowed his wife to inherit her mother's tech agency in Catoosa. Do you think he broke the law?
There was a culture in the House and Senate of running bills that you were too close to. He was not the only one who did that. There were multiple occasions. The fact that he was singled out was inappropriate. Now, we've reset. I've talked to the House and the Senate, the leadership, the minority, and they are all aware that this will not be tolerated in the future.
The AG also recently moved to vacate the conviction of death row inmate Richard Glossip, who was convicted for his role in a murder-for-hire plot of Barry Van Treese. Drummond says the prosecution had made substantial errors.
Based on the evidence I've reviewed, I think he's guilty. Is he guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? That's for the jury to decide.
And lastly, we talked education. The Attorney General weighed in after the State Board of Education signaled a desire to pass rules that dealt with pornographic material and sexual orientation. Drummond not taking a position on the topic, but rather how the rules were passed. Do you feel that previously the board was acting beyond their power when it came to issuing rules surrounding accreditation status?
They relied on legislation that was not appropriate to what they were seeking. And so, again, as the Chief Law Enforcement Officer, it's my duty to the people of Oklahoma to say that's out of bounds. Start over.
The last we heard from the State Superintendent, Ryan Walters, he says that he and the AG are on the same page, so now he waits for his rules to be approved by state lawmakers.